It was a hot Tuesday in Yogyakarta, Indonesia, and we were visiting a girl who used a postural support wheelchair. Now, previously, I'd met her and we'd gone to school. The chair did pretty well. The other kids were comfortable with her, and they pushed her around the classroom, the playground. She's doing well in school. The school was only a short walk from home. And, needless to say, school is just a huge benefit for kids, the social and intellectual development, all the fun, all the friends. So going back on the second trip, the young girl was at home and not at school. She had dropped out for several reasons. And then the chair was difficult to transport. So this was the chair that we designed, and to be honest, we were trying to save some costs. So we didn't make it folding. Folding chairs are more expensive and harder to make. A lot of times projects have, governments have fixed budgets, so the product costs a little bit more, that's fewer people served. So this news that she dropped out of school was really crushing. And I think this story shows some challenges. With product development, initially, the family was really happy, and we had taken kind of a design list and co-creation process, but the satisfaction didn't last, and when their situation changed, things really fell apart. So I was a designer on that chair, and I saw that there was a need for a new product development, one that tackled several unsolved problems. So the new requirements were postural support and advanced tilting. So we want it to be state-of-the-art, the best. Really ease of use, transportability, flexible use, different ages, different environments, different abilities, low cost still, but also low labor cost to set it up, low maintenance, and expandable so that it can grow when the child grows. We wanted the overall finish on the chair to be really nice. It would really meet even users' expectations in the US. And we wanted to do a development process that was really an improvement on our other co-creations. Meeting all of the transport requirements and other things that we felt like experts could show us. So to foster co-creation, we posted the product requirements on Facebook, just in a Facebook group that we made. And we asked the community for feedback, and they helped us to see needs that we hadn't understood. So we updated our requirements, and then we made some 3D drawings and some sketches and got feedback on those and updated again. We did quite a few interview calls, I would say maybe even 100, to people all around the world to hear, in your area, how would you prioritize these different features, these different needs, and we learned a lot of things that we wouldn't have otherwise. So that was really great. So as we developed the concept, we're kind of weaving in the postural support and mobility features, and then also things that are more about folding and transportability. We realized that we'd actually developed a new category. So the chair is kind of halfway between what people think of as a stroller and what people think of as a wheelchair. It works indoors and out of doors, which is two or three different things. So it's not a jog stroller. It's not a special outdoor wheelchair. So we were happy to see that we were, getting into something really fresh. Then we started making physical prototypes. We took one to North Mexico and set up the chair with several different kids and kind of saw how does it work in their environments and feedback from the parents and the local experts and the therapists and so on. We also took the chair on a couple of trips. We took it to Europe and some other places, including Colombia, and got feedback from people in those places. So all of this traveling is pretty expensive, and it slows down the design process. But it really allowed us to involve a really diverse group of users and therapists and customers who could really comment on what's the acceptable price and how should we do the packaging and other really critical details. So from the feedback that we've gotten up to this stage, we made an even better prototype, and then we took on another big tour to Turkey and Switzerland, the UAE and Kuwait. We went to Northern Europe. So we went back to Colombia and kind of see how does the chair work in all these different places in hot weather and cool weather, big houses and small, and big cars and small, and so on. Then we went back for a longer trial in Colombia, and there we're really looking at how does the chair work in some kids' homes and leave it with them long enough for them to be able to get used to it and try it and see what kind of outcomes do they get. So after maybe a month and a half, we got the families together for a focus group and really let them talk with each other. What was their experience with the chair? Ask specific questions about all the different features to see what needed to be improved and so on. We went to visit the family's homes, so people that live in rural environments and in cities, and people that are walking to school and into the store, and then others who are just really staying home more. And we learned so much. That gave us a long list of things to improve on. So we took that information and went back and made the final design that we eventually took to mass production. So now we've had about 800 chairs that have been shipped. They've been to dozens of countries all over the world. We've had a couple of different independent trials that customers have done. We finished a clinical field trial just very recently. And of course, we learned a few things to change, but we're so delighted because there's been kids all the way from 4 years old to 15 years old who are able to use the chair. So it definitely has that growability. It's doing well on rough terrain and smooth. There's kids that can push the big wheels and kids that don't. Just use the small wheels. It's working good in small cars. It won't quite fit in those little auto rickshaw tuk-tuk things that they have in India. So that's a bit of a disappointment, but we're really happy that the overall functionality and usability is more than what we expected. So we're really grateful, and we know that we didn't do this by ourselves. It was a team effort of people all over the world, and thank you very much for that.